What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today we are going to take a look at my ex-LFA because I continued rerolling that and we got a pretty juicy roll. And I want to show you guys what we got right there. So there it is, 288 million attack right now over here, 35 billion HP, 3300 speed with like a harp, a Defic harp. And now for the roll. The roll is insane. 300% skill damage, Hunter's Focus, Defier, Giant Killer, Body Protection. And we're going to test this guy out today. So what is with this roll? If you have no idea what those stats mean, Hunter's Focus is an S tier exclusive stat. If self-crit is up 50% or above, increase self-all damage dealt by 30%. It's a little bit disappointing of a stat, to be honest. Many people had hopes that it's going to be like Defier. Defier is a general multiplier of your damage. It basically just takes all your damage and multiplies it by 1.3. Hunter's Focus is just all damage dealt, gets added to the pool of all damage dealt, and we have multiple sources of that. So we have source of all damage dealt from other bonus stats, of course, but also from stuff like Endless Cane, from sources of all damage dealt, from self buffs of heroes that can be. So there are a lot of ways to get this, which makes this a lower value stat. Still, it's 30% all damage dealt, so not bad. Defier, Giant Killer, and then we have the X tier exclusive Body Protection that increases all buffs you get by 33%. Of course, LFA self buffs his attack, which is kind of insane. So we have a lot of buff increase on this guy, and this means this is, as far as I'm aware, and I'm pretty sure I'm aware of it, that is the best combination of damage increasing stats that you can get. So it's like the max damage Godroll. The only problem is I don't really like Hunter's Focus. I would have preferred Pure Flow because that would give us the CC immunity. So right now we don't really have CC immunity, but we have damage. We really have a ton of damage. So that is something that we are going to test out a little bit today. And I want to take this into Flame Shrine. Problem is I we don't want to check applications. I made a testing attempt. Yeah, it sucks a little bit. This is the Dark Flame Shrine Puppet, a very, very annoying puppet, because this one basically combines the Dark Hero abilities. We have Armor Shields at the beginning, we have Energy Drain all the way, we even have, starting from around 10 I believe, Forces Marks and Carry Marks. Carry Marks fully drain your entire energy. So that is really, really insane. I don't know how good this is going to be. We are going to use this team. This team uses mirrors. The reason we use mirrors is that mirrors in this fight are a lot better than Demon Bells. The reason is that those guys drain energy, so you get less active skills. Meaning when you get less active skills, you activate Demon Bells less often. Meaning Demon Bells give you less energy. So we switch to mirrors. We have mirrors on those guys. We run full Mark Purify throughout the entire team. Of course, we run Endless Cane, the Defic version, on LFA. We have a few Defic mirrors on the team. We have a few normal mirrors on the team, and that is what we're going to go with. So let's see what we can do. One thing that you want to be aware of in this boss is you want to have 1 or 2 heroes faster than your LFA, just so that you get rid of the marks at the beginning of the round. You can see how massive this energy drain was. There was like 50 energy gone. And on this boss, I have to say, I kind of like threats. So like when a boss is really, really annoying and really, really threatening, it can be good. But I don't really like this way DH approached this, where they just kind of make bosses you can't really fight. So like the boss in the new Realm Clash game mode just removes all of your buffs. Like, what the hell is that? That is no fun at all. So you have to be able to kind of buff your heroes, at least to an extent. Buff removal abilities are super OP, and they throw them around like candy at the moment at the enemies. And so I don't really know about this. Like an Armor Shield that you have to take off, okay, that's cool. But you will notice that sometimes during this fight how little buffs there are really on this LFA. And I mean, we have the Body Protection one, so that's really, really cool that we get all of those increased. But you see, he just moved it down to 3 buffs that we only have left on this guy. 3 buffs. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Still, I think we just did a very good hit over there. Our strategy is kind of working. We are getting energy. A little bit at least. We are getting rid of the Armor Shields, so that is also working. But again, we had a Forces Mark under us there, and we are running a full Mark Purify. I can only repeat that. We are running full Mark Purify on our heroes. Nonetheless, we are getting faced with marks on this guy. Are down to 2 buffs now. Now we have a few more buffs there, a few attack buffs, but this should definitely be more. Still removing quite a decent chunk of HP there. I think the team overall is working. But if you see it in the comparison of like the last Flame Shrine bosses, there were some bosses where you could of course do a little bit more damage. I remember that in the past that people were waiting for like Sigmund boss or something, some specific boss, because you would get the advantage from having like the faction buffs. And of course we're using Ithaca in the past, so attacking Sigmund, there we have the faction advantage and do 30% more damage. So that was like what we were waiting for. On this guy, on those guys, you really, you have the Dark Puppet, which is really, really annoying. But I personally, other than for the Dark Puppet, I really struggle to associate the skills to those puppets. And really remember what they did. Which one was the one that removes all of your buffs? Which one was the energy drain one? On which one do I want to run Demon Bells? And I feel like, despite this update, the Age hasn't really managed to grasp the attention of the community. That is also something that I want to add, because I don't think I have seen a guide on those puppets. I don't think I've done that. Personally, I haven't really done that. Like, what the hell are you guys doing? Look at that. We just have a speed buff left and 1 attack buff. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. And I also haven't really seen anybody else do a guide on that. We just got fully energy drained by Carry Mark. Thank you for that. Got a little bit of energy back. If we get hit with the Carry Mark again, then we won't be able to ult, and our entire energy is once again gone. We just got fully energy drained, and we have the next Carry Mark already under us, and we still were able to recover by using Spectre, but nonetheless, you think of it, we got twice energy drained in a row in the last round. Just double energy drain. And energy drain down to 0 again. We aren't really able to recover from that because we were able to just recover like 95 energy. But not the full thing. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, not a fan at all of those bosses, I have to say. On the last one we were able to get there. 3.96 E plus 17. Seems like horrid damage. Seems like absolutely bad damage. But yeah, that is actually quite insane. That is actually, I mean, if you compare that to the rest of my guild, with one single hit, 3.9 E plus 17 means that it's like 39 at the beginning there are the points. So that is a little bit of the comparison. Yes, 22, 16. So that kind of puts it into perspective how much damage that is. I think we will skip like one fight, and then maybe I will show the end of the next one. Then we will try another game mode, because like this is very, very difficult. Maybe we kind of need a hero that adds more energy or some defense against this, but this is mark spam. This is really mark spam that you get hit with here. And this can like end with you having no energy at all. I'm not entirely sure about the skills of those heroes, but they seem to target your highest attack a little bit. I'm not too sure about this, but it kind of feels that way, that they target highest attack a bit. So that would maybe be another perspective that I have to take to kind of counter them. Also move highest attack to another enemy. But at that point, we're talking about too much effort for Flame Shrine. And really, yeah, as I said, the interest isn't really there from people to kind of look into this. They kind of just do their Flame Shrine and take their stuff. So let's just skip this and see how much damage we did. 3.1 E plus 17, so at least we are pretty consistent on the damage, so that is not too bad. And maybe if we get another 3 plus 17, we can at least hit its display cap there, which already I feel like is a little bit of a flex. The HP bar not really moving. Let me quickly jump ahead a few turns. Okay, back we are on turn 10. Honestly, in the time that we used to skip this, I kind of thought about something. I think their ult is pretty annoying. So maybe I just use carry. I don't really think about those old heroes anymore. I kind of forget about them, you know? Like it's always such a thing where I really don't have them in my mind anymore. But really, what did I used to do when ults were annoying? Yeah, of course, use a carry. So maybe this is exactly what is needed. But it's not like, it seems like a little bit like a counter-attack at times. A counter-attack that inflicts a mark. Every time you get hit, there's a possibility or something. I don't really know. It is very, very weird. Got the ult off there. We have 10 attack buffs still at the moment, if we can keep those. Okay, he didn't steal them. We're able to block his hits too. Ult. Okay, good damage. Good damage. I might still... Oh, I can't take away him, right? Oh, that doesn't work. I wanted to take away the Star Alchemist Tom Young, but that would probably be a bad idea. Oh, no ult there on the end. That is annoying. I don't know, I could try without Olivia, but Olivia is really like the high roll potential. If high roll is there, and you hit like this hero a few times. 2E plus 17 only? Oh, that is bad damage. That is really, really sad. We have one more hit? No, that was our last one. Oh, we were so close to damage cap. But we did really well. Like, that's pretty good damage. Especially against such a tough boss. We couldn't really use body perfection. I wanted to also show like these boss here in Stark's vision, but the thing is I tried to fight him a little bit. I did some experimenting there, and I didn't notice that it's after like 2 PM. That was a little bit horrible, honestly, so we don't really have that guy at our disposal. But what we do have, and what is also pretty cool, we do indeed have the stage 10 and stage 11 of Broken Spaces. And that I think is fairly nice, but we have to adjust for that as well. So I don't think we necessarily have to make too much stuff here happen. The only thing that I really want to do is honestly switch the artifact and go for like the harp, because I don't think we are going to need a heck of a lot of time to actually defeat them. So there we go, will be our team. We'll be pretty alright, I reckon. We have the MFF in there. None of this is actually going to matter, if I'm honest. None of this is actually going to come into place. First fight is against stage 10. And usually I was looking out here for positioning with like Wraec and defense down and stuff. I don't think we need it, if I'm honest. I think we are pretty much good. Let's see how much damage an LFA at X can do when he has like super good stats. Okay, that was a one-shot. It would be nice if the Olivia was actually a little faster. Than we get the 2 and 2 active anyway, by the way. So, 1 active per boss. I think that's fairly nice. I think that works out for me, if I'm honest. Let's see the next fight. Come on. Will he one-shot? What do you say? I don't think so. No, he doesn't. Ooh, but he's small now. That's not healthy. Oof. The Olivia buff is absolutely devastating. And there we go. With the turn 3. Yeah, we do have damage. We do have damage. Honestly, I think if we took away soul power from this guy and moved him behind the Olivia and had the Olivia RNG right so that Olivia shrinks like the Vulcan and we then do our active skill with LFA, I'm pretty sure we would have one-shot that and we could have ended it on turn 2. I'm pretty sure that would have been possible. So it's a very, very solid turn 3 clear. And kind of puts it also into perspective. Also another thing we kind of want to put in perspective, I am currently stuck at the Gustins. Not because I can't deal enough damage, but Gustin really, well, kind of hates when you use IHP as damage dealer. And I was using IHP for the stages before. It's better to use Williams, Star Swordsman, Mockman or DTV because you just have more concentrated burst. But I kind of think it's funny if we go in here. And what do we even use? Whatever. Doesn't matter. I just want to show off one ult. How much damage an ult from this LFA does. Because it is pretty much nothing. It is pretty much nothing. There you go. So, I mean, we might get a second ult. I'm not sure. None of those guys actually link. So if we have enough deaths on our side, this actually might be a second ult. Could be fairly interesting. Let's see. Ah! And there we go. Got absolutely one shot. Nice. So yeah, and he healed back up, by the way. It's also kind of fancy. So really, in Void campaign, yeah, you can't really make use of it. The reason, of course, is simple. Many people always forget it. And that is also one thing that is very weird about the Void campaign bosses. The LFA is really good against the boss. And is really bad against all of the minions that he has there. So oftentimes, you want a DTV and an LFA. 2 heroes. One LFA to take care of the boss and then a DTV to take care of all the minions. Or, as I said, like Williams is also fine. And the reason for that is that he has this skill here that makes him deal extra damage to bosses and steals attack from them. So that is like the main thing. That is also something I think will be scaled by body protection and really is something super strong. So I can't wait to try this role in Star Expedition. I think that will be really, really nice. And today I just wanted to show you how this can look, what we can do with it, kind of give you an idea of the team for those Dark Puppets as well, which you can definitely, copy if you want. Is not perfect yet, can definitely still be improved. The Star Alchemist Thomas Young can be swapped for another hero. Is really only useful if you have him at Destiny rank 6. You can put another hero in there. LBM is completely fine if you want to put her into this. And I definitely want to try Carry. I recommend you have 2 heroes faster than LFA. Maybe your MFF and also your SQH. If both of those are faster than your LFA, then this is probably a very good thing. Unequipping shoes can make your LFA a little bit slower. And then if you have a nice mirror with 100 speed, the deific version, that is also pretty cool. So if you want to try this, if you want to copy this, is also kind of a cool thing. And for now, I think I'm really going to look forward to Star Expedition. That will be very nice. Also, one more thing to note, our giveaway on SG Hub has just ended. We had 3 winners. I already sent them the Starry Gems. And now they have 20k Starry Gems each, so congratulations to the winners. If you are interested in cheap Starry Gems, then you can always check out SG Hub. We will certainly do another giveaway there. I'm not sure how it will look and what it will be. Maybe in like 1.5, 2 months, something like this. That is the direction that I would probably aim for. Then we can do another giveaway and do something nice for the community again. So definitely join the Discord. And whenever there is a giveaway, I will ping you and then you can join in there and win probably a lot of Starry Gems if you want. That would be pretty nice. So other than that, let me know down below what you think about Flame Shrine and the puppets. Do you also hate the Dark Puppets so much? For me personally, maybe one last thought. I kind of think they should at least show the skills. I made the video about the bosses, but for those puppets, it would be so good if they just had like a skill card, you know? Just like Dark Puppet and then the skills right next to that. That would be nice if we could take a look at that. So yeah, with that, I wish you a great day. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and we'll see us in the next one.